Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen. Episode 447, coming to you from somewhere nowhere in the middle of nowhere, cabin, soon to be cabin in the woods. We are halfway on our journey, and we are just going through some of our closes and longs for the day. Some interesting pieces here, as we've seen a lot of movement in the market as it's sort of done some consolidations and spikes, around $45 for Sol, now all the way up to $47.28 before doing, got up to 46 before doing a quick drop down to 44 something, and then, wiping out a lot of longs, and then jumping all the way up to 47. So if you are using the market right now, please be careful, mark your liquidation points, and be mindful. Be very mindful of that, and track what you're doing. We hope that you're all having a great day as the market is continuously going. Now with the iShares capital ETF for ETH being filed as a Delaware Corp. We know that is a first stepping stone for an ETH ETF from BlackRock, signaling a bunch of good stuff into the market. And as we've seen, Asian Pacific market area capital sort of build up a lot of momentum as well. Really crazy to sort of see all of this going down, and really cool to sort of see, Sol sort of have this great spike, where if you think about it, almost a year ago, it was in the $10 range, and by the end of the year, it almost dropped down to $8 or almost $7. And now we see it close to 50, So I was talking about it then, and I'll continue to talk about it. It still has a long way to go. Bitcoin is just under 2x to get to its all-time high. ETH breaking 2,000, so right over, now it's at 2,100. It is up 4% in the last hour, and it is still going. But we've seen a lot of cool stuff sort of go, and as we've seen with volume, so does this is where as I say, the shit coins come out. Grok is one of those big meme coins that is having its run right now. Grok being named after Twitter's AI program that has launched. Have you signed up for XAI? Is that something that you would do if you can? Other weird news today: Omegle shut down. Omegle being the random person meeting video app. So that has officially closed its doors, just due to, as it was having a lot of issues with regulators sort of saying that it was the epicenter of online crime. And so it does suck to see that happening, but yeah, it's just one of those interesting things. So we have seen a lot of different tokens do some crazy things. Grok has almost doubled in price since yesterday. Will it continue to rise? That will be the fun thing to see. What other meme coins are you tracking and following? What are you after today? There's just a lot of cool stuff all the way around happening in the market. And I'm just sort of excited to see all of this going. That is one of the really cool things about being so active in the market, getting to see so many things happening. You really get to sort of have a really good sense of seeing things go. And meme coins are a huge flag on what's coming out, building out, and what's going. And so a lot of people are happy with how that's happening. and we want to hope that you are as well. So the question is, what are you doing to protect yourself? What are you doing to watch yourself? And what are you doing to stay active? As we've seen a lot of different things happen, we hope that people are able to be mindful of what they're buying, what they're selling, um, and see the biggest pumps. Some of the stuff that I'm really excited to see make a huge run in this next run. I want to really see the aces, formerly known as the whitelist, have their heyday. Really excited to sort of see what they're able to do. And this is going to be some really interesting stuff. Um, Now, the question is, do you get yourself into every project, buy something of everything, or do you find like two, three projects and tie yourself to, or do you just sort of collect everything like Pokemon? Really, it is what you have the time on your day. This is where we've seen a lot of people become single chain maxis and whatnot. And for me personally, I feel that really can't have a maxi on everything. But if you keep yourself aware, you'll see a lot of cool stuff happening, and you'll see a lot of interesting stuff just coming about. And so, really want you to be mindful of that, and I really want you to be careful that you don't put your blinders on. With that being said, I want to do a huge shout out to the entire team at Stella Swap. And then I want to, possible exploit, found and solved yesterday with my protocol by Cheetao, a possible overinflated um, uh, reporting token price and overmint. And so that was found that yesterday, reported that to them and had that solved pretty quickly. So, hopefully that will stay in place and that doesn't get found elsewhere. And sometimes when you find UI issues, you think you're like, yeah, let's try that out. But when it turns out to being a real thing, you're like, oh no, this cannot be good. And so, a lot of interesting things have been going on. I, now I'd called this when SBF was found guilty, but knowing that FTT token would bounce based off of his guilt, and the market would show. Now with Gary Gensler saying that he, wants to see FTX2, FTT token has almost doubled in price, going from like $1.14 almost to $3. So degens will do what degens do. Very interesting aspect there, and so really crazy to see. And you know, um, I find that sort of hilarious. This is going to be an interesting ride, to say the least. And yeah, um, you know, we have some really interesting stuff coming up. Let's see here. We have some really cool interviews coming up this coming up week, and we have a lot of different foundational partner pieces moving forward. And so from there, we're going to be setting up with some really cool interviews about what some different companies are doing, and hopefully have some really cool contacts out there for people to get a hold of and learn more about the market and learn more about what's being built out there. Huge shout out to everyone that's in Lisbon right now, that is getting ready for NearCon, going on NearCon, everything going on at LX Factory with Human Protocol. Human Protocol is doing some really cool stuff. I remember interviewing Human Protocol when it was like two people. It was basically like two people, and they were like, one was full-time, one was part-time, and then like a bunch of half-time, part-time people. And so I was at an airport, yeah, on the steps of an airport waiting for a flight. I actually remember that. So really cool to see it coming this far. Huge shout out to everyone building on Human Protocol. And yeah, so the question is, what are you doing? What are you doing to bring value, and what are you talking about today? And what are you going to try to do for tomorrow? Um, Want to do a huge shout out to the entire Bluebird team. Got to see the Ruin documentary about SBF. Put that together well. Really interesting fact. Got to meet pretty much all of the people that were speakers in it. During the SBF trial. From Bloomberg. Zeke, as well, Tiffany, and a whole bunch of the other people that were talking in that video. And so, really interesting piece, and see that put together. And who knows, more might come out of that. But we have a trial set up for March for sentencing, as well as his second set of trials. So we will be around for that. Fun things going on. Get ready for what Liberty Square is doing. They're doing some cool stuff. I hope that you're watching. And yeah, we will see you guys on the flip side. As always, it is a good day. And I just want to thank you for chiming in for this quick bite tonight. We're going to be having some fun stuff coming up over the next couple of days, and we're just going to be running spaces. Big plans set for Monday. Remember, we're going to be doing about like a 5-hour space, just co-working, and you need some BD work done for you. You have some help you need. Let's get it done, and let's get it done live, and see what we can do. So these are what we're going to be. This is what we're going to be doing, and this is where we will be. So if you have a problem, if you need some help, let's see what our networks can do, because as everyone says, our network is our net worth. And as always, we really hope that you have a great and wonderful rest of your Thursday. And thank you for tuning in. As always, we end with two greatest things: the words of wisdom and the greatest worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. And as always, tonight's words of wisdom are always the same. A closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come a knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. And with that, we say toodles and good night. And with that, we end with the greatest worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. With the greatest worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet, and that is knock knock. Who's there?